Hey there, and welcome to the blowing up edition of Running Wide Open with Joe VanHoose. I'm Joe VanHoose, and all them loud noises weren't just from the fireworks on Saturday night in Daytona Beach. It was from the action on the racetrack and the fans' reaction afterward. Tony Stewart puts Kyle Busch in the wall. He wins the race. Kyle Busch gets hit like 15 times. That car was all kinds of tore up. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get right into it. It's time for the big deal. And the big deal this week is Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart, and restrictor plate racing in general. Now, the big question is, did Kyle Busch block Tony Stewart, or did Tony Stewart hook Kyle Busch? Yeah, to both of them. Whatever it was, Kyle Busch ends up in the wall. Tony Stewart ends up in victory lane. Kyle Busch ends up getting hit by 15 other people, it seemed like. That car was all kinds of tore up. All a product of restrictor plate racing. At least that's what the experts are saying. If you ask me, it could really happen anywhere. But it happens at Daytona, just like it happened at Talladega last spring with Brad Keselowski getting into Carl Edwards, who was also blocking. Maybe blocking's the real problem here. And for that, I think it's time for my 2 cents. Let's just get a couple of things straight. I'm Joe VanHoose, and these are my 2 cents. And no one's making me do it. No one's making those drivers get into the race cars and drive around each other with restrictor plates on those cars racing inches apart. No one's making them. Okay, they're getting well compensated, I've been told. No one made Kyle Busch go up there and try to block Tony Stewart. He was going for the win. No one made Tony Stewart even try to pass out and sideswipe Kyle Busch to take the win. It's all a racing deal. Can't that be good enough? It's good enough at the local short tracks. Why can't it be good enough at Daytona? Why does every time we have a big wreck and a nasty looking wreck and a restrictor plate track, does it have to be, oh, restrictor plate racing's the devil, we got to do away with it. We got to tear down the bankings at Daytona and Talladega. We shouldn't even be racing there in the first place. What are we talking about, people? It's just racing. And as I said, no one's making them do it. No one made Kyle Busch block. He certainly did, and you know why? Because he wanted to win the race. Now, Tony Stewart held his line, and you know why? Because he wanted to win the race. They're racers. They were hell-bent on getting to the finish line first. Both of them did what they thought they needed to do to get there. Tony Stewart won. Kyle Busch could have been killed, but he didn't get killed. He just got hit a lot and got out of the car fighting mad. It was a great spectacle. And it's been a great spectacle for a long time. Let's just leave it at that. Restrictor plate racing is not the cause of any accident. Racers running into each other because they want to win is the cause of an accident. Okay? Alright, quit blaming the plate. The plate is fine. The track is fine. Racers are crazy. End of story. I'm Joe VanHoose, and that's my 2 cents, and this has been Running Wide Open. We'll see you next week.